Imagistory is an app we are going to be using in class to help illustrate the different parts of a plot in a story. The app is only available for Apple products, and I personally was only able to get it to download on my iPad. I could not get it to work on my phone or computer. But the students can have their parents download it at home and use it there to extend their classroom learning. The app is free, so it makes it very much available to parents. For here in the classroom, we are going to use it at the end of this lesson so that the students can create their own stories. We will use the iPads provided by the school. If there's enough iPads available for everyone to have their own, the students will work individually. If not, the students will be split up into groups and work together to create a story. The app gives the students options to pick a picture book and then narrate it with their own story they create. They can create and then record themselves, reading their story to go along with the picture book, and then save it and share it. We will be using the app Imagistory in this lesson to illustrate the parts of a plot in a story. The outcome of this lesson is that the students will be able to list the different parts of a plot in order and state what will happen during the story during each part. The students will then use the information to create their own story and add it to a picture book they choose from the app Imagistory. The lesson will first start out with the students actively listening as I lecture on all the different parts of a plot and a story, including the exposition, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the resolution. I will also talk to them about what happens in each of the parts of the plot, such as the exposition is the beginning of the story and it introduces the major characters. The rising action occurs when the main problem or conflict is addressed with a form of action. The climax is the pivotal point in the story when the protagonist deals with accumulation of events. The falling action occurs immediately after the climax, and the resolution ties up all the loose ends and tells what happened to the character after the conflict is resolved. During this time, the students can take notes on what they are learning so they can use them for when they are making their own stories. After the lecture, they will then split off either individually or as a group, determined based on how many iPads can be provided by the school, to work on their own story, making sure to include all the different parts of a plot in a story. The students will pick a picture book from the app Imagistory, try to get the students to pick different books, not all choosing the same one, and they can create a story to go with it. Once they have created the stories, they will record themselves through the app telling their story that goes along with the picture book they chose. Finally, they will share their stories with the class, and the class will break down each story to make sure that the parts of the plot are all included.